What's up, everyone? Welcome to Follow Up Play with CJ. Now that I'm one of the few people ever in the world to see Connor McDavid and Jack Eichel play in the last month, obviously just getting back from Erie, um, you know, who compares to who in different regards. It's gonna go category by category, but I think it would almost be too cliche because you guys know what I think about each player's individual makeup, and they're so close in so many categories. But I was gonna talk about a few things that stand out to me, from viewing them in person. It's going to start with, in terms of physical makeup, um, McDavid's got to fill out his frame a little bit more. That's not a knock on him, but just the way it is at 17. That's going to happen. I'd like to see him add couple more pounds of muscle to his frame. I think that's going to be a necessity to compete every single night in the NHL, but I don't think that's that big of a concern. I think he's got the work ethic, the wherewithal to do that. I wouldn't be concerned with that at all. Whereas supposed to Jack Eichel is built like an NHL player. I mean, he's 6'2", about 200 pounds. He's a little more physically assertive than McDavid, but McDavid doesn't take a step backward out there. He's always in there in the mix. He forechecks. He's able to play a little more physically than he gets credit for, and he contributes fast to the game as does Eichel. Um, McDavid, I think, is better defensively. Every single shift he comes back in the zone, he's helping out. He just does little things like that help the breakout. And when you're when he's got the puck breaking out of the zone, look out because he can take it himself, he can facilitate, and he's got one of the best sets of hands I've ever seen. And he's got a great goal scoring ability. I saw him score an amazing highlight reel goal that wasn't it's not easy to do something like that against a competition in the OHL. And Eichel's got a great skill set as well, around the net and being able to score from different angles. And they're so much further ahead of their teammates. And Erie's a very good team. McDavid's made them great. They have not lost a regulation game yet. They're 13 or like 14-0-0 and 1. They have a shootout loss. Actually, no, they've lost one game all season to Niagara. I take that back. So they're rolling. You know, we're supposed to. BU is not a great team. They're in the top 10 in the country, but Eichel's carrying them offensively. He's got 13 points in 7 games. The points per game, McDavid's like 47 points in 14 games, and Eichel's got 13 and 7. But if you watch him play in person, you can see how good Eichel is. Obviously the statistics may not be as high up as McDavid, but keep in mind it's different league, different level of play, different competition in the NCAA versus the OHL. Anyone will tell you that. That's not a reason to be concerned for Eichel at all. But I think right now the draft is right now to take McDavid, but Eichel's right there. Eichel is right there, and I think if you completely close the door on him, and again, I've never been more impressed seeing a player in person than I was at McDavid. I mean, I can talk about the things he's able to do with the puck, the way he creates for his teammates, the way he plays defensively, is better than, again, a lot of people give him credit for. It's not really talked about. And you look at the stats, like, wow, those are great statistics, and you watch him play in person, it's like, wow, he's better than his statistics show. And he's got some of the best statistics for any 18-year-old player in the history of the game of hockey in Major Junior. I mean, that's just what he's able to do. And both of them are going to be franchise-altering talents. Right now, again, you got to put against my head, I'm taking McDavid, but Eichel is in the mix. And again, I thought it was pretty cool when I talked to McDavid. I just somehow brought up Eichel, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Eichel, he's a hell of a player." And just seeing how much he recognizes the competition, so to speak, or I wouldn't even put it as competition for him. I'd say it's one of his peers. I think that's the way they view each other, and I think when they go head to head in the World Juniors this year, we'll see what they're made of. Obviously, two different makeups of the teams with the U.S. and with Canada, but I think gonna be hearing a lot from them going forward. I can tell you one thing: this won't be a Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf situation with whoever goes number 2, because they're both going to be amazing talents, and they're really going to alter the course of the franchises that draft them. And I love Noah Hanifin for BC, as does Erie Otters general manager Sherry Brasson, but he's third to these two. I'm going to see Hanifin play, I think, in 2 weeks for the first time in person. I saw him play in high school a couple times, but it'll be the first time I see him play this year. So we'll see what happens with him. But right now it's these two kids and everyone else, and slight edge goes to McDavid. And I mean, McDavid's got 49 points in 17 games. He's absolutely torching the competition. He's got a shot at 150, 160 points this year, which is obviously amazing, because it's a pretty good league up there in the O. So we'll see what happens. I'm assuming he's gonna miss time for the World Juniors and whatever else. But anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Connor McDavid versus Jack Eichel. See you for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.